I tried several viral new perfumes, so you don't have to. Hey everyone, I'm Annie G, and welcome to my channel where the scents are sweet and the reviews can be spicy. And today, we're trying some highly anticipated new releases, okay? I've got the new Lattafa. I've got the new Une Nuit Nomade Extrait. I've got the new Indian brand at Sephora. So give me a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. It means a lot to me, and let's talk about my thoughts on some new releases. First up, I bought this so fast when it dropped. I have been so excited to try the new Une Nuit Nomade Extrait Sun Bleached. Now, I am not the biggest fan of the original. I find it to be a little sharp. It's a linen, clean, a little saffrony, a little sweet, clean scent. It really does smell like hot, dry sun, like clean laundry in the hot, dry sun, but it's not soapy clean. It's a very interesting scent. And this one had the addition of tuberose. So that's why I was like, okay, maybe I would like that. The original is just linen, white flowers, and then I forget what's at the base. Maybe like a musk and maybe saffron in there as well. And I think a little bit of myrrh in there. It's gorgeous, but it's just like a little too sharp, maybe metallic for my taste. But this new one is, let me read you the notes, not on the box. The notes are not on the box, one sec. Yeah, so this one has ambrette cardamom at the top, tuberose linen at the mid, and myrrh and vanilla at the base. So I said, okay, that sounds like something I would enjoy. And they have it in this 25 ml kind of travel. So I was like, that's the perfect amount for a blind buy. I didn't want to just buy a sample all the way from Europe. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. The cardamom is very green. The tuberose is very creamy, and the myrrh is very incensey, but it does feel like really clean, starched linen, crisp white linen that's been hanging on the line in hot, dry desert sun. That's what it smells like. On skin, the tuberose really comes out. I think this is lovely. I much prefer this over the original because it has something a little bit more dense about it. The original wears very light and airy. This one wears a lot more dense, but not heavy, if that makes sense. It wears with a lot more presence and has a little bit more oomph to it, which is why I like it better than the original. I think if you like the original and you like tuberose, you will absolutely love this. It's creamy and sophisticated, but it feels clean and fresh at the same time. The only issue I have with this is that the oil concentration is so heavy, it does not project at all, which is unfortunate because I love the smell on my skin, but I can't smell it in the air around me. And so that might be a reason to stick with the first one or the original. It does have a little bit more presence in the air, whereas this one is very much on your skin, but it's rich. It's a lot more rich and has a little more to it, and it's sexier a little bit. It is beautiful. I am so glad to have just this little bit. I think this is just the perfect amount for me. I didn't want to buy a whole 50 ml, but how cute is this? And then it comes with this little sleeve. The whole presentation is so gorgeous, so I had to show you guys. So I am thoroughly impressed with this. I like it so much more than the original. The original is beautiful, but this one is actually something I will wear. Unfortunate it doesn't project, but all around win for me. Definitely get your nose on it if you're a fan of clean scents, if you're a fan of tuberose, and if you're a fan of Une Nuit Nomade or Jerome de Marino. He does not miss in my book. So Sun Bleached Extrait from Une Nuit Nomade was a win. Okay, next up, we are going to talk about the new brand at Sephora, Ruhveda. This is an Indian women-owned brand, which is very exciting. I'm always happy to support the girls and to support a different cultural angle, a different point of view than we've seen before. I was very excited to try these, and the notes on some of these really had me going. So I bought a travel of all three perfumes. We're gonna start with Mughal Majesty. This one, interestingly, is a 15 ml and the others are just a 10 ml. I'm not sure what that's about, but Mughal Majesty by Ruhveda is a white floral and leather fragrance. It's meant to represent regalness, power, poise, rich. I'm thinking Taj Mahal vibes, and it is definitely giving that. I do have to say, to me, there's nothing like revolutionary about this. However, if you're looking for a really nice, approachable jasmine leather fragrance, this is really nice, and it's at Sephora and the price isn't crazy. These are pretty reasonably priced. This one has a really nice kind of soft pepperiness to it. The notes at the top are gardenia, middle notes jasmine and rose. The rose is not super present. I think it just adds to this velvety floralness. And then the base is vanilla, leather, amber, and suede. So I don't know where I'm getting the pepperiness from, but there is something softly spicy about it, but it is really beautiful. It's just not something I personally would wear, but I think if you like a soft leather fragrance and you want something that's really elegant, mature, poised, powerful, I think this is a really beautiful option at Sephora. If you got points or on the Sephora sale and you're looking for something new and fun to try, I think this is a really beautiful scent inspired by the opulence of the Mughal era. This fragrance embodies quiet power and timeless poise, majestic, commanding, and magnetic. Floral motifs reminiscent of Mughal palatial designs. And I am getting that. I am getting regal, I'm getting royalty, femininity, power. I like it much better from the atomizer than on my skin. The suede is a little too, well, suede and leather are just a little too much for me. But all around, great fragrance. Is it something I personally will wear all the time? No, but I can see the right person really enjoying this and for a great price. Next, this is the one I was really excited about. This is Mango Muse. I have been searching for the perfect tropical fruit fragrance. This was very close. There is something weird going on. It smells like a mango lassi, if you've ever had that really yummy mango yogurt drink. This smells very much like that, except for it has some weird, it's hard to explain. It's like a funky, kind of weird, maybe musky. It kind of smells like plastic a little bit, but not really, but like plastic musk, if that makes sense. Like plastic animal. I don't know. It's weird. I don't love it. The notes in here are mango, vanilla musk, cardamom milk, and brew signature accord. Don't know what that is, but there is something funky underneath it that smells like a little bit like tar. That's what it smells a little bit like tar to me, and maybe that's the cardamom milk note, but unfortunately this is not for me. I don't love it. So that was a sad miss for me. It's just the mango at the top is really beautiful and it is really creamy, but there is something like artificial and weird and kind of tar-like about it, which is sad. So Mango Muse was a miss for me. The last one is Dusky Diwali. And this is a pistachio fragrance. However, it is a little bit different than other pistachios. It's a little spicier and not as like sweet and sickly. It smells like a fresh, realistic pistachio. The notes in this one are saffron, salted pistachios, rose petals, fig, caramelized amber, sandalwood, and incense. And it's the incense that is really making this fun and different. If you like an incense, if you like a pistachio, I think you would really like this. The rose, it's elegant and softly sexy, softly sweet. It's not too gourmand. It is meant to be warm, vibrant, and mysterious, based on an Indian gourmand wrapped with sweetness and spiced mystery. Spiced mystery, I do get that. Yeah, the soft spiciness is really nice in here. I could see myself reaching for this around Christmas time. It has something like holiday spice about it. Definitely in the winter, definitely in the fall. This would be a great one for fall. I think this is definitely worth checking out if you like pistachio. If you're sick of pistachio, I do think it's still worth a try because the incense and the spicy are doing something a little different. It's very lovely and addictive. I just want to keep smelling it. Yeah, so Dusky Diwali was a hit for me. So this is my number one. Mughal Majesty was my second, and my least favorite was Mango Muse. So those are all three of the new scents from Ruhveda. I'm very intrigued. I'm very impressed. I like the presentation. I like the price point. I like the thought behind the brand, something a little different than what we typically see at Sephora in America, at least. And yeah, let me know if you've tried any of these and what you think about them. I'm curious. Next up is the new Lattafa Khamrah Waha. Now the notes in here are crazy, okay? It doesn't make any sense, but it smells exactly like what the notes say it would, and it still smells like Khamrah at the same time. It is wild. Okay, so it opens very citrusy and aromatic. It is a summer freshie, okay? Bergamot, lemon, juniper, and ginger. The ginger and juniper are very well done. It could go Bath and Body Works candle so fast, but it doesn't, which is pleasant, okay? Middle notes, cucumber, salt, sage, and iris. Cucumber, troublesome. This, very refreshing. And I'm like, okay, what's happening? The iris, very smooth and nice. Sage, not too aromatic. So it has some very troublesome notes for me. The citrus and the aromatics could go candle so easily. My cat's throwing up. Jesus Christ. Okay, as I was saying, the notes could go very troublesome. It does lean a little masculine, but it is very fresh and light. But then the base, here's where the Khamrah comes in, okay? Vanilla, tonka bean, Aki Gala wood, musk, and ambrofix. And as it dries down, it gets warmer. Very confusing, and yet lovely. I was not thinking I was gonna like this, but I really do. I don't think it's anything I need a full bottle of. I'm happy to have this little 5 ml decant to like enjoy every once in a while. It is a little too aromatic and therefore masculine in my head leaning, but it is crazy. The dry down, you do get Khamrah. You do get the warm kind of spicy vanilla at the base. It's wild and so fun. And I think just really well done. And doesn't really smell like anything else I've smelled. Super affordable. I was honestly shocked that I liked this. I was not expecting to like it. I honestly bought it planning to hate it. Do you ever do that? Do you buy a scent and you're like, oh, I'm for sure gonna hate this. And then you're like, color me impressed. I take it back. I take it back. It is very nice. So I don't know, for the summer, I think kind of fun. If you haven't tried it, at least try it because it is really interesting that it is such a different profile and yet still you can get the Khamrah in there. Very interesting. Khamrah Waha. Waha. A surprise. I hate myself for saying that. The next new fragrance I tried is Wave of Freedom by Jusbox. I was really excited about this one for summer. Okay, this is a Beach Boys themed fragrance. It's a pineapple, beachy, kind of freshy. And okay, so pear cinnamon at the top. Interesting. Middle notes, coconut, pineapple. Base notes, tonka bean, amber, patchouli, and ambre, which I think is a mix of vetiver. I don't know. And it is very lovely. It isn't super feminine. It is more masculine, but it's unisex. It's purely unisex. I can see men really liking this. The pineapple and the kind of warm cinnamon is really nice. It's fresh. The earthiness from the patchouli really comes out. The pear does make it juicy and fresh and light and a little clean shampooey. But then at the base, the tonka bean, the amber, it's very creamy and rich. It is really nice. It is very nice. I like it on the strip. On my skin, the pear is so sharp. It smells too perfumey to me. So for me, it's a miss, but it is really nice. It's an interesting kind of departure from the beachy coconut pineapple scent. It doesn't smell like a pina colada at all. It doesn't smell like sunscreen, but yet it is beachy. It is summery. It is Beach Boys. It's a little sexy. It's a little earthy hippie. It's a little fun, and it's a little relaxed. It is a very interesting perfume. Nothing I need more than a sample of. I'm happy to have smelled it and I'll be happy to wear it. I think I might layer this with Leaves in a Bottle by Kayali. I think it'd go really well with that. But yeah, the dry down, the musk, it's just a little, dry down just gets a little weird for me. I don't know, I can't put my finger on it, but yeah, it pulls a little weird, but it is really nice. And like I said, it's not a sunscreen fragrance, which is nice to get a coconut pineapple combo that isn't sunscreen. The cinnamon and the pear really do something different, and yeah, I think that's it. It's just nice. I was gonna talk about Poppy Riot in my room 1015, but it's disgusting and I don't want to just sit here and be negative. So skipping that. Also, I was gonna talk about the new NATO Cloud Essence perfume, but I quite literally can't smell it. Can you smell it? Have you tried it? Can you smell it? No idea what it smells like. This one I was so excited about. This is Rose Pacific by DS and Durga. So excited to try. I love Rose Atlantic. I love a salty, watery rose. I love any rose, to be honest. So when I saw Rose Pacific, I said, fun. Avocado note? What the fuck? And this is okay. And yet it's really good. I don't know. I love rose. Okay, so anything with rose in it that's rose dominant, I'm probably just gonna be happy to wear. Okay, this does have something earthy about it that does make it different, but it has the same thing in debaser that gives me a headache. And I don't know what note it is, but DS and Durga has a way of being so intense and certain notes in there just give you a headache. And this kind of does that, but it's very woody, which is interesting. So top notes are apricot, aquatic notes, and lime. The lime is not intense, and the aquatic notes just give a watery, salty feel. Middle notes, rose, poppy, and avocado. I think the avocado just gives like an earthy creaminess. I'm not getting like guacamole or anything, but it is smooth and creamy and just earthy. Base notes, peach, musk, vanilla, and sand. And I think the sand gives it a dryness, but I think it's the peach and the apricot that are giving me a headache. It's just a little perfumey, but then with those earthier notes, you're kind of like, what? So it's like a little perfumey, but it's still earthy. But then it is nice. It is really nice. It's interesting. I've never smelled an avocado note in a perfume. I'm not aware of any other avocado perfumes. Are you? Yeah, again, nice. Nothing I'm screaming super stoked about, but it's nice and worth, I think, a sniff just to experience, oh, what do they mean by avocado? Yeah, it's okay. This last one is new from Thomas de Monaco, and it is Luisant Haze. Luisant Haze is a strawberry perfume, and it is so pretty. So pretty, and so fresh, and girly, and zesty. But is it worth the price that it costs? No. The notes in here are wild strawberry, cotton candy, tuberose, saffroline, ambrox, pink pepper, white musk, tonka bean, and cardamom. The cotton candy is so playful with the wild strawberry. Okay, so let me clarify. It's a wild strawberry note, which I don't know that I've ever smelled a wild strawberry, but I hear they're different and I hear they're better. Cotton candy and saffroline. Oh, the saffroline just makes it so addictive with the pink pepper and the musk. So it's got this really soft spiciness, kind of just dusting this really sweet, yummy, playful strawberry cotton candy. Oh, it's so beautiful. And the tuberose, oh my God, it's so pretty. It is so pretty. The more I smell it, the more I'm like, damn, maybe it is worth that much money because it's unique, it's different, and it's not headache inducing, subtly sweet. The unfortunate note in here for me is the musk because on my skin, it just pulls so sour and makes me gag. But on the strip, it's so pretty and light and a little spicy, sweet, fluffy, girly pink. Oh gosh, it is so cool. It is such a cool perfume, but it's so expensive. For what you get 30 ml for $250 or something, or $300. And I'm like, why are you so expensive? But it's so pretty and fun, but elegant and grown up. That pink pepper and the cardamom are what make it feel grown up, elegant, a little different than other strawberry perfumes. I could see people comparing this to the new Destin from Balmain, which surprisingly, love that one. Big love for that one, which was a surprise. But it's a little less spicy, a little bit more floral, but the strawberry feels the same in both of them. But this feels like a little bit more fresh, meadow, spicy, sexy, like skin, sweaty skin. Like maybe you just had a little roll in the hay in a meadow. Now you're eating strawberries. That's fun. Summer, sexy summer fun. I love this perfume. I want it so bad. Definitely try it. I think it's gorgeous. It's such a good strawberry. Oh, it's so pretty and pink and bright and lovely and just luminescent and just makes me feel like summer, like I'm alive. and I'm a woman and I'm having fun in the sun and I'm girly and fun and cute, but just so sexy. Luisant Haze, y'all, this is probably my favorite that I've tried in a while. And then the Une Nuit Nomade, also a big win. Also Destin, I do have to say, I did buy a travel of that recently. Big hit. So from the ones we've tried today, the absolute superstar. Definitely try this summer, I implore you. Okay, and those are some new perfumes that I've tried recently that I wanted to share with you. Have you tried any of these? What do you think? Have you gotten your hands on the new Une Nuit Nomade Extrait? Let me know. Have you tried Luisant Haze? Let me know. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Okay, bye.